understand like how people are gonna react. Like he said some terrible things,
Yeah.
some awful things,
Yeah.
dude. And like I can't respect that. I'll respect
What
him
the heck
because
is
he's the
this whole
president.
ASAP
Rocky thing.
ASAP Rocky. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I can't
I
speak.
don't know, man. He has done a lot for prison reform.
That is true.
Like this ASAP thing
And
aside.
then freaking Kim Kardashian coming. I
Kim
don't
K,
even wanna
working
know
with
what's
him,
going
yeah.
on, dude.
Yeah.
What a world we live in.
I don't know,
A
man.
girl who got
But
famous
like I was
for
saying,
making a sex tape is now working with the president.
yeah, dude, that whole have you seen OJ Made in America?
No.
Or Making America? I don't know. It's on Netflix again. You need to watch that too.
I've heard of it. I haven't.
It's a really good reenactment of that whole thing. And I didn't really know a lot about it until I watched it, and now it's crazy. Have you seen his Twitter, by the way?
OJ?
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Hello, Twitter world.
Oh, yeah. I've seen like little clips of it.
Hello, Twitter world. I love it, dude. No, but I was going to say, like, this whole media... we are literally watching the implosion of the media,
Yeah.
and it's infected sports, dude.
Yeah.
It has infected it. And now every single, like sports news can happen on a daily basis and no one can blink an eye and it's business as usual. And then when anybody kneels for the anthem, whether you agree with it or not, it is political. It's no longer sports. It is a politics thing. It is a left or right thing. If you disagree, you are this terrible person. If you agree, then you are this good person. Whatever. It's like, dude, leave your politics out of sports. This is another big reason I had, full circle, another problem I had with Star Wars. Leave your politics out of a movie.
Yeah.
You're not making a docuseries on the political state of the U.S.
Yeah.
We're talking about science fiction here. We're talking about movies that people grew up on.
I find it to be so funny how many other nations can get involved in our political issues and can make comments.
Yeah.
But the moment you twist it back on them, they're like, wait a minute, that wasn't good.
You're not
It's
allowed
like,
to do...
like,
yeah.
stop.
You have sovereignty, right?
Yeah, then quit talking about our nation. Let us figure our stuff out, and you figure your stuff out.
It's like
But
it's like
I
that Big
definitely
Brother thing.
Oh yeah.
Pick on your own. Yeah, pick on someone your own size.
I think definitely I agree. I think politics should just be left out of stuff like
Dude,
that.
yeah,
Politics should be
man.
left out of entertainment and
Yes.
should be left out of sports and everything.
Any movie,
Um,
dude.
Because I do agree. I mean, whatever stance you take on kneeling for the flag, I don't want to turn on a stinking football game and have to worry about whether somebody's gonna kneel or whether somebody's gonna, I don't know, spit on the flag.
Or a Marvel movie, dude. You have to make that political.
Penis out or something. I don't care. I really don't want to see. The last one doesn't really make sense, but I really don't want to. I just want to turn on a football game or turn on a basketball game, watch some dudes play the sport, and go to bed.
Yeah.
Or go on with my day.
Yeah.
Whatever. I really am.
Enjoy the pastime.
Because these dudes, they are talented beyond belief.
Oh, yeah.
And they are gifted, and a lot of them are getting paid way too much money to do exactly what they're doing.
Yeah,
So just keep your mouth shut, and if you're going to make a political stance, do it off the field. Do it, go to
Do it on your
CNN or
own
something.
time, man.
Go to Fox News, go to wherever you want to go, and do your own thing, because I really don't want to watch it on live television.
I would say don't even
live
make a
sports
political statement until you're retired.
Because
if you
just don't do it during a live sports game cast at all.
Well, and Tom Brady is pro-Trump,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't go out there and make these like political statements.
No.
But if you go out and if Tom Brady, and he doesn't do this, but if he were to go out and like wear a MAGA hat at like the national anthem,
Yeah, I think he'd be.
that would be a political statement.
Did you see the?
And it's like, dude, don't do that.
Did you see the video of him and his daughter? How they were.
Was he
jumping?
making out with his daughter now?
No, he didn't make out with his daughter this time. That'd be too far. Did you see? How
Oh, that's
they
where we
jumped
draw
off-
the line.
Yeah, they jumped
That's
off the
where
cliff.
we draw the line.
Yes, they
Oh
jumped
my
off
gosh,
the cliff.
dude.
Did you see? Or not the cliff? They jumped off into the water, and she didn't want to go, but he like had a hold of her hand, and he was trying to get her to go, and he like had a hold of her hand, and so she like he just naturally like pulled her into the water, and so it was kind of rough. It was definitely not a smooth jump, and apparently he was facing like a ton of like people were attacking him for it.
Like, saying that
he was a bad dad or something, and it's like, come on, people, goodness gracious, like come on, dude. He was jumping into the water with his daughter. She didn't die. She's fine.
Everyone has something to say about something, dude.
It's funny.
I just hate like when people are so rigid.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh
my gosh.
Like, what I hate is...
that's why I'm...
going on Instagram and, like, looking at a meme, and it's completely innocent, and just trying to, like, poke at somebody or something.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. And, I mean, it can even be poking at, like, my own views. And I just sit there and I'm like, wait, that was kind of funny, though. That was a good... You pointed out a flaw there. Yeah. And I kind of laugh. And then I look in the comments, and it's like, no, F you. And it's like,
dude.
Calm down.
Who's gaining anything
Please
from that?
grow a pair. Like,
nobody's gaining anything from that.
No,
nobody's becoming a better person.
And it's bad. It's just like, but that goes back to what we said at the beginning. It's like there's no ability to have just a natural conversation.
No, man.
It just, all of it turns into screaming and cussing at each other, and both sides. It doesn't matter who you are, and I've even seen people that claim to be Christians or
you can't
other
do that.
religions that claim that, you know, they're supposed to live set apart, and they're sitting over here cussing at each other.
You know what I hate too?
Wait a minute.
Beyond anything that I've said I've ever hated, this whole belief where you make Christianity political.
Meaning?
So let me give you an example. So let's say that you're on the left and I'm a libertarian conservative.
Right.
Okay? And, I mean, at this point I'm basically independent. But let's say that I'm a conservative libertarian, which I am. And let's say that you're like a hardcore feminazi, leftist, liberal lunatic. Okay?
Right.
Let's say that. But we're both God-fearing Christians. Okay? To the same degree that we are right now.
Right.
Now you say to me, "Oh my gosh, you're a Christian,
right.
but you're conservative."
I get that.
And you say, how could you support Trump to the nth degree, and you say you're a Christian,
right.
And then I can say it back to you. How are you a Christian if you're, pro-socialism and pro-late-term abortion?
Right.
And, it goes both ways, and I hate it on both sides. I absolutely hate it.
Don't pull your...
Even Jesus said, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, leave politics out of it,
right.
Leave government out of it. I mean, he was pro-separation of church and state.
Right.
That was his words, which is great.
In my opinion, separation of church and state is, I think how it has to be.
Oh, you can't have it any other way.
Were the founding fathers, a lot of them Christians? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that mean that, did that necessarily mean that, that like, being a Christian or the Christian religion or the church as a whole was the founding, like, religion of the nation? No, because they didn't. The whole point of freedom of religion is that there is not a set religion that you have to follow.
Exactly.
Whereas you have problems when you run into issues in states such as Islamic states,
right.
And not to target Islam here. That's not what I'm doing.
Just an example.
What I'm saying
just an example,
is you run into an issue of they have a set religion, and so then you naturally start to see that there are issues with other religions being allowed or the tolerance of other religions. Now, you can make an argument that America doesn't tolerate certain religions, but...
Well, we don't like the ones that have, fly planes into buildings.
Well,
those aren't particularly the ones we like.
Yeah, and the extremists that stand for that. Anyway, moral of the story, the concept is that you try to leave, a set religion out of it so that you allow for more, which is the whole concept that they were writing on, is that they didn't like that a tyrant was telling them who to worship and what time to worship and how to worship.
And I'm fine with anyone with any religion coming and living here.
Yeah.
If you're a legal citizen, dude, that's the libertarian in me.
Yeah.
Like, go live your life. I
Be
don't
a
care
legal citizen,
what religion
you know,
you are. If you want to be Muslim, if you want to be a
serve
Tao.
your community,
Oh yeah,
do your
dude.
thing,
Do
and
your good job.
go
You know.
on, do your life. But
I'll invite you to dinner.
now am I naturally, as the religion that I follow, am I naturally going to reach out to people and try to pull them in and try to? Yes, but that's what I.
But that's not like intolerant.
Exactly. I'm not being intolerant.
You know?
That's what I'm called. That's what I'm called to do. That's what it says in the Bible.
Yeah, it has nothing
And
to
so
do
that's
with.
what I'm naturally going to do. But am I going to force you? No.
No.
It's your choice. Go ahead.
Yeah.
You do your thing. I'll do my thing. As long as we don't. As long as you don't try to, do something.
If you're not trying to force me onto your religion, I don't have a problem with it.
Because I'm not going to do that to you.
Right. I wouldn't do that to you at all.
No. Exactly.
And that doesn't even go with religion. That's like anything.
Yeah.
You know?
Just don't. That's the whole. I think the whole overarching thing that we're trying to say here is, everybody just mind their own freaking business.
See that now you're libertarian.
Talk about just if you're going to have a conversation and you're going to disagree on something, do it
civilly. Just
be
a person. Be an adult.
I'm not asking you to agree with me.
No.
Or now, am I going to naturally believe that my stance is correct? Yes, because that's how opinions work.
And everyone has one.
Everybody has
one.
And it's kind of like a butthole. They all stink. But
Donnie Lawrence.
But
love him.
The whole point is, everybody quit acting like children, please.
Yo, it's like, I mean, seriously, dude.
We're gonna have to. One of these days, the National Guard's gonna have to get called in somewhere, and it's not gonna be pretty at all.
I mean, yeah. I've learned in this summer especially. I mean, even adults, they don't want to have a conversation like adults.
Yeah.
And, you sit there and you beg for just, can we just be civil? Can we just talk? Can we be open-minded? Can we agree that life isn't going to have to be your opinion?
Sometimes agree to disagree.
Exactly.
I mean, that's even...
And some people don't even want to do that.
Sometimes that takes a bigger man than just,
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a bigger person to just say, I know we don't agree, but we'll move on, and I still love you for, being a person, naturally.
Some adults don't even want to do that because they're so set on, it is my way, and if you don't agree with me, then you're not a Christian, or you're not this, or you're not that, or you're not a sane person, or you're not an adult. That mindset is so, toxic.
Yeah.
It is so toxic. And I wouldn't expect anyone to want to, be involved in anything like that. Because that's not, what America was supposed to be. That's not what, freedom of speech is meant to protect.
Yeah.
Anyone that's forcing you to do anything, they're not coming from a good place.
Against what we came here for.
No, yeah, exactly. That's literally the reason why we started our own thing.
Yeah. I
But
completely agree.
yeah, man, that's rough. I've told your ghost story or Taylor's ghost story before on here.
Yeah.
But the way you tell it, gets to me.
Crazy.
The one, dude.
The one.
Because I don't really have a lot of experiences.
I don't either. I really don't.
I don't.
For me, I've...
Did we just have one? Did you hear that? I'm just kidding.
I felt something weird. I've definitely had, for me, I've never seen something.
Oh, I've never...
Right?
Well, except for that when I was, a kid, and the orb above my sheets.
Yeah, I've seen... I've had weird dreams, but I've never seen... Knock on wood. I've never seen something weird, right? I've always been able to feel a weird presence.
Yeah, me too.
Place.
Yeah, easy.
I'm telling you what, and this is gonna sound weird. Everybody, you might hate me for saying this, but when I went to Las Vegas, I'm telling you what, I walked into some places and literally it felt like somebody had taken and like tied a